back to your family for a second. Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
with you being a father and whatnot. So I found this interesting getting to know you in our relationship. I know you sent me a really funny video last night of your kids. I feel like when I look through your comments every now and then, specifically on videos that do well, no woman will ever love you. This guy's an incel. This guy has no friends. Insert the laundry list of chirps of people that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And not only do you have a woman, not only have you reproduced not once, not twice, not 3 times, you have a whole family.
Yeah.
And so I want to chat about that a bit because you have a family, you have kids, you have that duty and that responsibility while also playing professional hockey. How have you been able to manage that and be successful?
Finding the right partner, finding a partner that supports what I'm doing and understands the sacrifices that had to be made. Because essentially,
can I ask for like an example of that? Because I know what you're talking about, but for people listening, what does that mean?
Well, for instance, for me to come out of retirement, I'm quitting my job, I'm leaving my spot in the union. In the Longshore Union, leaving everything behind, going to Danbury to play in the Federal League with this long-term plan that I'm going to build a platform with AJ. We're going to make hockey tough again. I'm going to get to the ECHL. I'm going to get to the American League. I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to build a brand, and then when I'm all retired, I can coach and use my brand to create this nonprofit to make hockey affordable for kids. And I write it down on paper, but to have a woman that's like, all right, pack your bags, let's go. That's why I'm able to do it, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without Jamie behind me. So it's not easy to find these days, but I'm very grateful to have that, and there's no way I would have been able to pull this off with anyone else. So.
Oh, trust me, dude. I'm in the trenches. I know what you're talking about. They're hard to come by.
Yeah. So I think that's the most important thing, and I can't say I've gotten. I'm on the way of where my goals are, and I know I'm going to be successful down the road and where I want to be with all this other stuff that I have to get towards. But the one thing I will say is like the most important thing in getting successful in anything is having a supportful, like long term, having a supportful woman behind you, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna have kids and you're gonna do this, like you have to have something. Like she's gotta, at the end of the day, I'm gone for 6 days at a time, like a lot. I'll go on a road trip with the boys, and she's at home homeschooling the kids, taking care of them, and I'm not there to help for that whole time. The cool trade-off is when I'm in town, I work out in the morning, I go to practice, and I'm done for the day. I get to spend the whole day with the kids. Whatever the family wants to do, we have tons of freedom. She's a stay-at-home mom. And we just figure it out. Like we always have a ton of faith in the universe providing, and that she has tons of faith in me doing what my job is, which is to kind of keep us going. And it's been fun. It's been a challenge at times, but it gets easier, I think, as we move up the ladder and as things kind of obviously are building more and more. But I would say the start of it was the hardest time in Danbury when we first got there, and you left everything behind, you peeled the Band-Aid, and you're like, all right, here we are now. It's a pretty risky scenario to be in with your family and your kids, but we just wanted to do it. We're like, let's go on an adventure. Like, when else are we gonna do this? Seriously, you know what I mean? That was what it was. We sat there, I joked around for a couple weeks about it, and we're like, hey, I write it down, I'm starting to write the numbers down, I'm like, cost of living in Vancouver, and now I'm trying to make every angle to make this look better on paper, right, when I bring it to her. And then I finally get it, I'm like, I convinced myself, I'm like, man, like, this isn't that far off. Like, yeah, it's a sacrifice for sure. But I was like, I think we can get there. I think we can get to exactly where we are and have way more doors open in front of us to keep building. And, I want to get into real estate. That was another thing. But I don't want to build a real estate portfolio in Canada. I want to do that in the US because it's a lot more affordable. You can get a lot more doors. And so this is another opportunity. Let's get across the border. Let's see the States. Let's see where we want to end up in America. And so that's another thing. The whole time I'll be on road trips. I'm doing courses on real estate, learning about Section 8 rentals, learning about wholesaling houses and stuff like this. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was on the tugboat still. And I probably wouldn't even have had interest in doing it because I would have been so tired from working and stuff like that. So I think it's been amazing. It's been a fun thing, but at the end of the day, we decided we're just going to go on a journey. Let's take the kids. They've been to probably 30 states at this point, and we're just on an adventure, man. It's been a blast.
So you're telling me you're not just some meathead who just shows up in the morning, skate, takes no reps, fights and goes home, that's it? more layers to meet the eye?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the brand, I feel like that's the brand, right? Like that's kind of the brand I've built. I don't post my family on social media. I don't really talk about my family too much. This is actually probably, I talk about them a little bit on the podcast with AJ, but I'm not out there too much about it. I find one of the most valuable things about family is just the privacy, which not many people have anymore. A lot of people want to post online, which I get. There's nothing I want to do more. That's why I sent you that video of my kids yesterday, scrapping it out and just getting after it, like you probably would have imagined my kids to be doing. But I want to share those. I want to share those with the world and post them online. But I also think that this is a cruel world. You know, there's a lot of people out there that I don't necessarily trust. I don't really want it out on the internet and stuff. So I just decided if my kids want to share that stuff, when they're old enough, they can make that decision for themselves. I don't want to put them out there yet. And so that's the decision that me and Jamie had made on that subject. So yeah, we don't share it too much, but I'm very proud. I'm very proud dad, very proud partner, and there's nothing I take more pride in my life than being a good father and loving my kids. So
that's awesome, man. And plus, you get to send me a video, I get a smile, and I think to myself, damn, like 15 to 18 more years, the whole NHL is going to have an army of Amesburys, army of Diamond Hands coming at you.
Oh my God, man. That's what I said the other day. It was like, I can't wait to see them on the forecheck.
I was going to say, are you planning to have like a full lineup? Because you just need a goalie and you're good to go.
Getting close, yeah. We're getting pretty close. So, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't the plan, but looking at it now, it might be. So we'll see what happens here. But, you know, the cool part is like just them being around the game. Like my boys, they don't know, well, all of them, they don't really know that men do other stuff. Like to them, all their uncles, like we're always on the road, like we're not back here with our family too much. So like we're on the road, like their uncles, I like call them their uncles. The guys on my team are like their uncles. This is our family, right? So everywhere we go, your family's the boys, right? So they see all these guys, and what do the boys do? They play hockey. So like Wes, like my middle son, I don't even think he knows that men do other things. He's like, men play hockey. That's what men do. Wes, what are you gonna do when you grow up? Play hockey. What do you mean? What else would I do? That's what men do, right? Like, so that alone makes it all worth it. There's like, he doesn't need any push. He loves the game more than anyone. So it's like that alone is a huge factor why I wanted to come out of retirement too. Get to bringing the kids into the room after a win and just have them go around in the room and giving everyone knuckles and seeing the guys just get a huge smile on their face. And I feel like it always surprises guys when they don't really know, and then they see Amesbury rolls in with a pack of kids, and they're like, "Well, Amesbury, whose kids are these?" He's like, "Oh, my kids." They're like, "What? We thought you were just this big meathead, you know?" But which I mean, I guess you could say I am. But
Amesbury, which one's yours? All of them. All
the ones with the mullets, yeah.
All 5 of them. We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.